60-minute yoga flow. As always, listen to your body. Feel free to do something different than what I suggest. We're going to do our best we can to focus on our breath. Suggestion to count the inhales to a count of 3 and to count the exhales to a count of 4. Only if that helps you with your practice and helps you stay in the moment. But just so you know how long I intend for us to be moving, how fast I intend for us to be moving, rather. I'm going to go ahead and get started in child's pose. You can bring your knees as wide as you like, as close together as you like. Start to extend your arms out long in front of you, and then rest your forehead on the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide, press into your fingertips, feeling your arms grow long. Then sink your sit bones into your heels, perhaps sending your breath into your lower back. Crawl your arms over to the right for a side body stretch on the left side. Once you've crawled as far as you're going to crawl, let the left hand come on top of the right, lock the fingers, cradle the face back in between the arms, tuck the chin under the right armpit. Sink into the left shoulder, sink into the left hip. Crawl your arms over to the left, find a side body stretch on the right. Crawl as far as you like, bring the right hand on top of the left, lock the fingers. Cradle the face in between the arms, tuck the chin under the left armpit. Crawl the arms back to center, spread the fingers nice and wide, find child's pose, one full round of breath. Inhale, press into the fingertips, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Find a lot of movement here. Adjust the stance. Bend the knees, pedal out the legs. Spread the fingers, press into the tips. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, lift the hips. Find some movement in the head and the neck. Take a big inhale through the nose to a count of 3. And a full exhale through the mouth to a count of 3. Inhale, bend the knees, look at the hands. Exhale, let the feet meet the hands at the top of the mat for a forward fold. Separate the feet as much as you'd like. Bend the knees, drape the torso for a ragdoll. We're here for 6 breaths. You might find a bind with the arms. You might come into some movement. One last round of breath here. Remove a bind if you have one. Bring the feet below the hips if they aren't already there. Suggestion, slight bend in the knees here. Inhale, press into the feet, roll up to standing, no rush. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Let the palms face forward, spread the fingers wide. Inhale, raise the arms, lift the chin. Exhale, hands to heart, tuck the chin. Might feel nice to close the eyes. We're here for 1 breath. Suggestion to open the eyes. Inhale the arms out and up. Let the palms face each other. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold flat spine all the way down. Inhale, come up halfway. Reach the shoulders back and toward each other. Exhale, fold. Reach the right leg back. Find low lunge. Adjust the left knee so it's over the left ankle. Scooch the right foot further back for lots of length. Lower onto the right knee. You can keep the right toes tucked or untucked, it's your choice. Inhale, come on up for Anjaneyasana, raise the arms. Exhale, sit a little deeper into the hips. Inhale, lift the chin, the chest, the gaze. Exhale, plant the palms. You might grab your blocks here. Inhale, sink into the hips, lift the chin, the chest, the gaze. Stay for the exhale. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, press into the left foot, straighten the left leg, shift back on the hips. You might bring the blocks with you. You might lift the left foot, flex the toes. Continue to breathe. Twice more flowing. Inhale, plant the left foot, stack the left knee, lift the gaze. Exhale, press into the left foot, straighten the left leg, flex the toes. Just one more time, inhale. As you inhale, come forward, move the blocks to the sides, tuck the left or the right toes, straighten the right leg. Reach the left leg back for a 3-legged plank. So you're in high plank with your left leg lifted. We're here for a couple of breaths. Shoulders stacked over wrists, using your core, pulling in the lower belly, puffing up the upper back. Everything I say is a suggestion. When you're ready, lower down halfway, bend the elbows inward, feel and brush the rib cage. Inhale, tops of all 10 toes, press into hands, lift chin, chest, gaze. Exhale, roll over toes, lift hips, pull in lower belly, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, scorpion your dog. Stack your right hip over your left, lift your right knee toward the sky, pressing into all 10 fingers equally, keeping the focus on the breath as best you can. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg once more, 3-legged dog. And then as you exhale, step the foot through, low lunge. Keep the left hand planted below the left shoulder and inhale the right arm high, gaze high. Simple twist. Stay as you exhale, reach the right hip back, reach the left heel back. Stay as you inhale, reach the right fingertips higher toward the sky. Exhale, plant the right palm, frame the right foot, low lunge. Inhale, standing half splits. Lift the left leg. Maybe hands come to heart for an extra challenge. Where can you soften here? Where can you let go here? In your own time, forward fold, left foot meets right. It might feel nice here to bend one knee and then the other. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms come out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Stay here for one breath. Raise your arms as you inhale. Keep your shoulders soft. Hinge at your hips as you exhale. Keep your spine flat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Left leg back. Low lunge. Lower onto your left knee. Inhale your arms high. Stay as you exhale. Baby back bend as you inhale. Plant your palms as you exhale. Grab your blocks if you'd like. Inhale, sink, lift. Stay. Fill up. Exhale, straighten right leg. Shift back on hips. Round spine, perhaps. 2 more times, use your breath. On your last inhale, or your next inhale rather, come forward, remove the blocks out of the way, tuck the left toes, reach your right leg back for 3-legged plank. We're eventually going to meet in down dog, so if you need to move faster than me, that's fine. If you'd like to move slower than me, that's fine. Left leg high. Scorpion your dog. Straighten the left leg. Step the foot through. Lift the left arm. Plant the left palm. Lift the right leg, standing half splits. You might use a block or 2 here, or you might bring one hand or both behind the left calf. Forward fold, the right foot meets the left. You might pedal out your legs here. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Big inhale. Full exhale. Come into chair as you inhale, bend the knees, sink into the hips, raise the arms. We're here for a couple of breaths. Send your weight into your heels. Maybe lift your toes, give them a little wiggle. On your next exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Bring your right leg back. Come up for a high lunge, inhale. Stay here, exhale, sit nice and low. Just keep the hips square. Baby back bend, inhale. Hinge at your hips. As you exhale, straighten your left leg. Let the hands come to the mat or to blocks. Or maybe let the arms come long out in front of you by your ears. Reaching left hip back, reaching right hip forward. Breathing. Inhale, bend the left knee, raise the arms. Exhale, plant the palms. Inhale, three-legged plank. Lower down. Baby back bend. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right leg high. Scorpion dog, stack the hip. Straighten the leg, inhale. Right knee to nose, exhale, tuck chin. Three-legged dog, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, round spine. Last time, inhale. Bring it in, pull the lower belly in, and gaze in between the hands and plant the foot in between the hands. Left hand below left shoulder, inhale, right arm high. Stay here as you exhale, prepare to come up. Right fingertips bring you all the way up on an inhale. Squeeze the thighs together for balance. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Extra challenge, gaze at the right thumb. Where can you soften here? Inhale, unwind, come back to center, high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Sit nice and low. Hinge forward. Bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the right hand into the left. Bring the thumbs to the heart. Gaze past the right elbow. Pull the lower belly in. We're eventually going to meet in a chair twist. If you'd like to bring your gaze to your right foot to assist you, please feel free. The left foot is going to meet the right. Keep the knees square, keep the hips square as best you can. On your inhale, unwind, find chair, raise the arms. Beautiful practice, everyone. On your exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway. Fold forward. Bring your left leg back. Hinge at your hips and come up, high lunge. Stay. Fill up. Hinge forward, straighten the right leg. Hands to the mat or to blocks, or anywhere you'd like, really. On your inhale, bend the right knee, raise the arms. On your exhale, fold. Three-legged plank. Bend the elbows in, lower down. Tops of all 10 toes, lift the chest. Roll over those toes, lift the hips. Left leg high, inhale. Scorpion your dog, exhale. Straighten the leg, inhale. Knee to nose. Twice more. Plant the foot. Lift the left arm. Come all the way up, high lunge twist. Where can you adjust here? Give yourself what you need. Come back to center, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Sit nice and low. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press the left hand into the right, thumbs at heart. Gaze past the left elbow, pull in the lower belly. In your own time, in your own way, right foot meets left for chair twist. Weight is in heels. Knees are square, hips are square. Breath is full. Breath is steady. When you're ready, find your chair, inhale. When you're ready, fold forward, exhale. We're here for a couple of breaths. Maybe you widen your stance. Maybe you bend one knee and then the other. Maybe you find a bind. Maybe you find some movement, bobbing up and down, swaying back and forth. And preparing yourself to come out of this movement to find some stillness, remove any bind. Bring your feet below your hips and inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale for a forward fold. Plant the palms, step or hop, high plank. Shoulders over wrists. Zipper the legs together, prepare for side plank. Roll out onto the outside edge of your right foot. Press into your right hand, lift your hips. Stack your left hip over your right. Raise the left arm if you'd like. Raise the left leg if you'd like. Keep the focus on the breath as best you can. Flex the toes toward the face. Eventually come back to high plank so we can do the other side. Roll out onto the outside edge of the left foot, press into the left hand. Lift the hips, maybe raise the right arm. Maybe raise the right leg. Breathe. Moving with your breath at your pace. Going to do that 2 more times on each side. Moving with your breath at your pace, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a child's pose for a moment or a sip of water, please feel free. Making your way to downward facing dog if you weren't already there. Pedaling out your dog. Shaking your head. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze at the hands. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Fill up here. Let go here. Raise your arms, keep your shoulders soft. Hinge at your hips, flat spine. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Right leg back. Lower arms to right knee. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, plant the palms. With or without blocks, inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, plant the left foot. Remove the blocks from the way. Reach the left leg back. Lower down halfway. Tops of the toes. Roll over the toes. Right leg high. Scorpion. Straighten the leg. Step the foot through. Raise the right arm. Plant the palm back down. Standing half splits. Listen, as you exhale, Shiva squats, bend both knees, bring the left knee behind the right. Inhale, standing half splits. Exhale, Shiva squat. One more time, inhale. Bring it in, exhale. Standing half splits. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Left leg back. Lower onto the left knee, raise the arms. Plant the palms. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Straighten the right leg, shift back on the hips. Come back to center. Three-legged plank. Make your way to downward facing dog. Left leg high. Scorpion your dog. Straighten the leg. Step the foot through. Lift the left arm. Plant the left palm. Standing half splits. Shiva squats, bend both knees. Straighten both legs. Bend the knees. Inhale, standing half splits. Exhale, Shiva squats. Last time, straighten the legs. Plant the right foot. Stay for one round of breath. Come all the way up. Hands to heart. Fill up. Let go. Find your chair. Sit a little deeper. Last inhale here. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Right leg back. High lunge. As you exhale, straighten the left leg. As you inhale, bend the left knee, raise the arms. Beautiful work. As you exhale, fold. Three-legged plank. We'll meet in down dog. Lifting the right leg. Stacking the right hip. Straightening the right leg. Right knee toward nose, pause, gaze in between hands, plant foot in between hands. Right arm high. Come all the way up. Bring yourself to center, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Sit nice and low, left elbow outside right knee. Chair twist, there's no rush to get there. Keep breathing. Unwind for your chair, inhale. Sit a little deeper, exhale. Stay here for one last inhale. Hinge at the hips and fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Left leg back. Hinge at the hips, inhale. Straighten the right leg, exhale. Bend the right knee, inhale. Plant the palms, exhale. Three-legged plank, inhale. Move with your breath at your pace, taking extra challenges or modifications as you see fit. Left leg high, fill up. Stack the hips. Straighten the leg. Step the foot through. Lift the left arm. Let the left fingertips bring you all the way up. Unwind, bring yourself to high lunge. Hands to heart, sit nice and low. Right elbow outside left knee. Gaze past left elbow. Let the right foot come to meet the left. Chair twist. Inhale to unwind and find chair. Stay with the breath. Exhale to fold forward. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. Feel free to adjust the stance to find a bind, to come into some movement. To close the eyes, to deepen the breath, to give yourself what you need. One last round of breath here. Remove any bind. Bring the feet below the hips. Find a halfway lift and a forward fold. Plant the palms, step or hop, high plank. Find your side plank, zipper your legs together. Roll out onto the outside edge of the right foot, press into the right hand, lift the left arm. Feel free to stay here for about 6 breaths and then do the other side, or feel free to find that flow once more, 3 times on each side. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Feel free to take a child's pose or a sip of water. Making your way to downward facing dog if you aren't already there. Spread the fingers, soften the shoulders. Lift the hips. Press into the heels. Find some movement in the head and the neck. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, right knee, right wrist. Right ankle, left wrist. Lower onto the right leg, extend the left leg long, use the toes as leverage to find as much length as you can. As always, go into the pose whenever you're ready. These are just some little helpful reminders. Gaze past your left shoulder, make sure that your leg is straight and that your foot is not supinating in either direction. Come back to center and square your hips. For a lot of us, we might want to bring our right hip back ever so slightly. It's less important that our right calf is parallel to the mat. Some may never make it there, and that's quite all right. Find length before you fold. So maybe hands come at sides and you inhale to lift the crown of the head, baby back bend even. And then when you're ready, using an exhale, start to hinge forward. Take your time, move slow. I'm just going down as far as feels good to you. Maybe you use our block or two to rest on the head. We're going to be here for about a minute. So take plenty of time to find a comfortable position for yourself. So finding that sweet spot that feels like you're getting a stretch, you can feel it, but there's no pain. So check in with yourself. Do you feel a stretch? Yes or no? Do you feel pain? Yes or no? You want the stretch, you don't want the pain. We're about halfway done with our time here on half pigeon on this side. You're welcome to stay where you are. You might close your eyes. You might start to count your breath. You're welcome to slowly bring yourself upright to find the active version of the pose. Bending your back knee, and then bringing your left arm back behind you, grabbing the foot, pulling it in toward the body. And you'll likely feel a stretch in the front of the left leg. If you come up and try that and it's not resonating with you today, that's fine. Just carefully release the foot and then slowly bring yourself back to that passive pose. Regardless of which version of half pigeon you're in, let's take just one last round of breath before we move on. And then slowly bring yourself upright if you aren't already there, and then we will all shift onto our right hip. Bring our left leg long out in front of us. The right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. The left toes flex toward the face, and then square your body off with your left leg. Inhale to find length first, fill up, grow tall. And then exhale to hinge at the left hip and reach forward. And take plenty of time doing this. So you're reaching your left heel forward and your left hip back. So finding that constant tug and pull. If you are super flexible, or if you're like me and you have a really short legs, you might bring a block in front of your foot and grab onto that, so you can feel the stretch better in the hamstring. You're welcome to round the spine and bend the left knee and bring the forehead to the knee if that resonates more with you today. Take one last big inhale through the nose, filling up. And full exhale through the mouth. And slowly crawl the hands in toward the body, bring yourself upright. Bend the left knee, plant the left foot outside of the right thigh. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Bring the left hand behind you, fingers pointing away. Grow tall first, inhale. Gaze back past left shoulder, exhale. Pulling the lower belly back and up, assisting you with your twist. Carefully unwind, pass through center, find your counter twist. Plant both hands outside of your right hip, bend the elbows away from each other, round the spine. Bring yourself to center, bring your feet in front of you, your left ankle is on top of your right. Find boat pose with your ankles crossed. Lift your arms up shoulder height, find a flat spine. Lift your chin, lift your chest, lift your gaze. You're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to find a twist. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Press the foot into the hand, straighten the legs as best you can. Bring the right arm long back behind you. Gaze back to the right thumb. Pull the lower belly back and up. Breathe. On your next inhale, come back to center, raise the arms up. And then as you exhale, plant the feet, plant the hands in front of the feet, step or hop, high plank. Take or skip a chaturanga, make your way to downward facing dog. We're here for 3 breaths. Inhale your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon, left knee, left wrist. Left ankle, right wrist. Right leg long and straight. Hips square. Crown of head high, filling up. Hinging at the hips, lowering down. You might notice differences between this side and the other. You might not. I assure you they're there. Can you deepen just a little bit? Find that sweet spot where you are not feeling any pain, but you are feeling a nice deep stretch. And if you are interested in slowly bringing yourself upright and finding the active version of the pose, now might be a nice time to do that. Take one last full round of breath. Slowly bring yourself upright, pressing into hands, straightening arms. If that back knee is bent with the foot lifted, just very slowly release that first, and then lower the leg. Then we'll all come on to our left hip, our left sit bone. Bring our right leg long out in front of us. The left foot is inside the right leg. Square our body off with that right leg, flex the toes. Inhale, find length first. And then exhale, starting to hinge at the hip, reaching forward. Right hip reaching back, right heel reaching forward. Right toes flexing toward face. Inhale to a count of 3. Exhale to a count of 3. Carefully crawl your hands back in toward your body. Bring yourself to an upright position. Bend the right knee, and then bring the right foot outside of the left thigh. Left elbow outside, right knee, right hand plants behind you, fingers point away, grow tall, inhale. Gaze past right shoulder, exhale. Carefully unwind, pass through center, find your counter twist. Plant the hands, bend the elbows, round the spine. Slowly press into the hands. Bring yourself to the center. Bringing the legs in front of you. This time the right ankle is crossed over the left, and you'll find boat pose with the arms and the back. You're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to uncross the ankles. Or maybe you follow along for a twist. Right hand comes to inside of right foot. Press foot into hand. Straighten legs to the best of your ability. Left arm long behind you. Gaze back, pulling lower belly back. Breathing. Inhale, unwind, come back to center. Uncross the ankle. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Rock and roll along the length of the spine as many times as feels good to you. Eventually make your way to lying on your back. Take plenty of time to adjust yourself. Make sure your head is on the mat. Bring your knees into your chest, place your hands onto your knees, roll your lower back in circles. Giving yourself a little massage. Your body will tell you how fast to go, how big to go, if you should linger anywhere. If changing direction feels nice. And bring yourself back to center. Cross the left ankle over the right. Left hand comes to outside of right foot. Right hand comes to outside of left foot. Cross-legged happy baby, pull on the grip. If you prefer traditional happy baby, of course, uncross the ankles and find a new grip. Regardless of which version you're in, you can hang out in stillness, gently pulling on the grip, softening the shoulders. Or you can rock back and forth on the lower back. Beautiful. If you're in that cross-ankled happy baby, suggestion to now cross at the knees. So left knee crosses over right knee. Notice how that makes it more intense, most likely. Being mindful of finding that sweet spot where you're feeling a stretch, but you're not feeling any pain. Coming back to the breath. Softening the crease in the forehead. Slowly releasing the grip and gently uncrossing the knees and then doing the other side. It's your choice if you cross right ankle over left or if you just go straight into crossing right knee over left. Finding your grip and then gently pulling on your grip. If you haven't found a traditional happy baby, it might feel nice to find one for a couple of breaths. Removing grip, uncrossing knees or ankles, finding a new grip, and gently pulling on that grip, and rocking back and forth for just a couple of breaths. If there are any last poses, any last movements you would like to take before your final resting pose, please feel free. Otherwise, just bring yourself to center, find stillness, zipper your legs together and curl up into a ball. Wrap your arms around your legs, grip opposite elbows, bring your forehead to your knees. Start to flex all the muscles in the body, all the muscles in the face, and take a big inhale and completely fill up. And an open mouth exhale, slowly lowering down. Releasing one arm at a time. Extending one leg at a time. Lifting your upper back and then lowering it down. Getting out any fidgets. Finding a sweater or a blanket if you'd like. Bringing yourself to the most comfortable position you can find. And finding the most important pose of your practice. If you are super cozy here in your final resting pose, please stay there. We can close out class together with you in your final resting pose. If you would prefer to join me in a seat, slowly roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow, finding a transitional fetal position. And gently press up into a seat, any seat that feels comfortable for you. And place your hands anywhere that feels special to you. And take a moment to thank yourself for your practice. I appreciate you sharing your practice with me and allowing me to share my practice with you and helping this community exist. Thank you.